How we doing, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. As always, just wrapped up 2.5, 3-hour session with Cedar Park Athletics, mainly Cedar Park football, Cedar Park Timberwolves. I've been working with the team for about 12 years. You can hear the cicadas in the background. Those are not rattlesnakes. I got a message one time and they're like, Yancey, are there rattlesnakes in your yard? Those are cicadas for everybody that doesn't live in the South. So anyway, had about 120 to 130, never got a hardcore head count, but great group of young men. 7th grade, incoming 7th grade through incoming 12th grade. 6-year gap there, all working together. And I absolutely love spending time with our youth. I've been working this program for 12 years, and I want to recap some of the things that we talked about. Number one, I feel that high school team sports are one of, if not the greatest internship we will ever experience in our life. I firmly believe that. I highly encourage everybody out there that has kids that are young and will eventually be in middle school or high school or currently, I encourage you to get them in a team sport. We need to work with imperfect leaders, because we are one day going to be working with imperfect supervisors, managers, and leaders. I always say, if you don't want to work with imperfect people, you better start your own business and hire nobody. That's the only way to do it. So being led and being told what to do by imperfect people, the coaches, that they love, most of them love working with the youth. Most of them are pretty darn good with what they do. The program I work with Cedar Park's a phenomenal program. How can one guy, me as a coach, take 120 to 140 people and lead them through a 2.5, 3-hour workout just by myself? It's because they're a bunch of great kids and they're good listeners and they have a good foundation. Some of the things I talked to them about, I summarized a lot of the bullet points I brought up to you. But one key point that came up today is about halfway through the workout, I stopped everything we were doing and I said, I've been working with a lot of you for a long time. And I said, throughout your daily life, in middle school, high school, when you get out, you go to your first job, you continue progressing throughout your career, hopefully progressing. People start to separate themselves, and I called out about 7 or 8 key guys in the group. Like, I would hire them today. If we were starting a business tomorrow and this is my hiring pool, these are the ones I would hire. And I told them why. Some of the things they're just on top of things. If I'm like, hey, we got to get this stuff in place, let's get 12 logs, let's just get 4 tires, put the balls over there. I mean, they are ready to step the moment they realize I'm getting ready to speak, and they dive into action. That's how I am. And my mom and dad always said, if you have good work ethic and you're willing to work hard for the people that you're working for, you'll always have a job. And here's the thing. I summarized that piece with, I asked them, how many of you are being forced to play football? Or we had a couple wrestlers and soccer players. How many of you are being forced to do this? Well, for the first time ever, I actually had had 2 kids raise their hand. And I was a little taken back by that, and it sounds like their parents are just absolutely forcing them to play. I said, okay, let me ask you a question. Do you want to play? And they're like, absolutely, coach. I know my mom and dad would be forcing me. I said, okay, well, this really doesn't apply to you either then, because you want to play, even though you're being forced. So long story short, 99% of people in the athletic world, high school, middle school, they're not being forced to play. Going to play college, you're not being forced to play. Most of you aren't forced to work where you're working right now. I know there are some tough situations out there, but most of us have a decision to go work somewhere else if we want to. So here's the facts with that. You are doing something right now because you have decided that that's what you want to do. So I encourage them, don't freaking complain about it all the time. Adjust your frame of reference, dive in and enjoy the moments. You're not always going to be doing everything you want to do. Sometimes the workout sucks, the work sucks, the project sucks, whatever. Right in that moment, you think it sucks. Like I would say, hey, we're going to backward bear crawl across the entire football field. Half the group's like, oh, well, you get to see the language, their body language, that they didn't want to hear that. I said, in that moment, you got to adjust. It's like, yes, I'm excited about this. I got a wonderful machine that allows me to backward bear crawl across this field and get my body more resilient so I can serve my football team with this machine. Guess what? We serve our family with this machine. We serve the work we do, the company we work for, or the company that you own You're using this beautiful machine to serve that company. It's what we got to respect the machine, and so we adjust the frame of reference, and we're excited to have the physical and mental ability to be out here doing this workout. And light bulb moments start to come on. Take what I'm saying with you right now. Let your kids watch this video or tell it to them in your own words. But they are important words. We talked about the A, B, and C platform. A platform, you're dropping the hammer every day. You're crossing T's, dotting your I's, great attitude. You're just crushing life. C platform, you're a pain in the ass. B platform, you're kind of wallowing through mediocrity. I've done whole videos on this. I'm giving you my 30-minute spiel right now. I talked about the importance of being on A platform. Don't let your feet hit the floor in the morning until you are ready to stay on the A platform all day long. It's very simple to understand. When something does take you out of the green zone, something makes you upset a little bit, you go in the yellow zone, something really pisses you off, you go to the red zone, have a pause button, and flush back down to green quickly. Champions in life are able to flush back down to green quickly. We covered all that great stuff. Listen, folks, I'm just rehashing how the workout went. You guys know every time I work doing some physical conditioning, I will always work mental conditioning in. So I just wanted to touch base with you on how everything went today with about 120, 130 7th through 12th grade awesome young men. And we had a girl out there as well, Faith. She's one of our wrestlers. She's a freaking rock star. Girl came out and dove in with 120 men. I love that, man. During the buddy carry, she had one of the big football linebackers on her back, and she was crushing it. So good job, Faith. You are a rock star, girl. Oh, man, good times, good times. I love what I do. If you can't see that, I mean, it's hard work. It's hard work. I'm wore out right now, but I love it. I love what I do. I love having the opportunity to serve you. I may need to lean on you sometime. But it's a great day, folks. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. Sometimes I just have to stop what I'm doing and say, listen, I need to shoot my video right now because I want to talk to y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Much love. If you ever need anything, you better shoot me a private message. Rock and roll. Have a phenomenal weekend, folks. We'll see when you see this one. Tomorrow's Thursday. You'll see this one on tomorrow's workout. What I think, 6:53. That'll be good.